Today we're going to learn a little bit about square roots and how to use them in longer problems. So as you learned earlier, square root just means it is the inverse of squaring a number. Okay, so if I want to find the square root of 9, I need to think in my head, what can I multiply by itself to get 9? Well, of course, the answer to that would be 3 times 3, because 3 times 3 is 9. Remember, you could write 3 times 3 as 3 squared. So we can say that the root of 9 is 3. You can use calculators to help you, and sometimes they are very nice whole number perfect squares that you probably already know. For example, the square root of 100. Well, because 10 times 10 is 100, the root of 100 is just 10. Sometimes we have to find the square root of a fraction. So remember, as you learned from the last lesson, square roots can be positive, they can be negative. So in this case, this means find the negative root of 25/36. So this negative sign in front of the radical basically means do your math on your roots, but after that you're going to multiply it by -1. So this is what that really means. -1 times whatever the root of this is. And if you have a fraction, you can separate your roots by denominator and numerator, just like this. So I can take the square root of 25, make it a fraction over the square root of 36. So to continue on with what we're doing here, I'd have -1 times the square root of 25, which is a perfect square also, that's 5, and the square root of 36, which is 6. So in the end, all I'm doing is -1 times 5, 6, which is -5, 6 for my answer. Sometimes you'll be asked to do more than one operation using roots. In that case, remember you're going to use PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So P is for parentheses, E is for exponents, M multiply, divide, add, or subtract. And the way square roots fall into there, remember square roots are kind of like exponents. So that is kind of their place in that mix. All right, so let's take a look at this. The square root of 81 squared minus 5. Well, it says to do what's in parentheses first. So if I'm taking the square root of 81, that would be 9. So now I have 9 squared minus 5. 9 to the second power would come next. That's my exponent. So 9 times 9 is 81. And last in my mix here, I have 81 minus 5, which is going to give me, let's see, 76. So 76 would be my solution there. Let's try one more example. Okay, here's our next one, evaluate. Remember, we're going to use PEMDAS. I don't see any parentheses here. But in taking the place of the exponent, I'm going to be looking at my root here. So this 3 in front of the radical symbol just means 3 times whatever the root of this is. So I'm going to be taking the square root of 25, because 5 times 5 is 25. The square root of 25 is 5. And now I'll continue on here. I have some multiplication to do next, which is 3 times 5. So I have 12 minus 3 times 5 is 15. And then to wrap that up, finish with my subtraction. 12 minus 15 is -3. Now these roots are going to be very important for next week when we start working with the Pythagorean theorem. If you have questions or you need an extra Google Meet, please let me know. Thanks, bye.